Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to my subscribers lesson. It's about grammar and phonetics today. Once again, dear, this is Sunday evening here in the UK, and our local time is 7:56 p.m. Right, so people who have joined for the first time and who have, uh, you know, interest to join, remember that it's a subscribers lessons. Only my subscribers who have subscribed to this lesson can join me. Otherwise, there is no way you can come and make comments. Unfortunately, that is how a Hello works here. So remember, dear viewers, that we are here to learn and develop our English language. The four components like listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And we've got lots of qualified teachers who are dedicated to teach our students. And if you don't know who are teachers, go to the teachers panel and you can have a look about all of our teachers. And we've got around 300 teachers, including natives and a very few non-natives. And each and every teacher is amazing. They are qualified, they've got teaching certificates, and they have got quite a few years experience in the relevant fields. Okay, as you know that my lessons are mostly based on English grammar, common mistakes, vocabs, IELTS strategies, speaking strategies, as well as basic dish IPA. Okay, dear viewers, so let's move on. And if you see the heart shape symbol, yeah, if you're watching from the web, it should be right down button. Just do not forget to touch it to support me. And if you're watching from the mobile, it should be on the upper right hand corner. Just touch one times to support me. Your every support, your every comment, your every assistance is really important for me. And honestly, dear viewers, without your presence, without your support, I'm nothing. I'm much, much grateful to all of you. By the way, dear viewers, this live stream has been shared through my Facebook Live to our Hallo Facebook group, as well as through my YouTube live channel. If you're watching from there, welcome. My main focus is to my subscriber who who are going to join from the Hallo, but yet I'm trying to go and check your messages in the meantime or later. All right, so let's wait. We're going to start sharp 8 o'clock our lesson. You've got a few more seconds. As a matter of fact, I always start my lesson in time. You know the meaning of in time and on time? The meaning of in time is that when you start a little bit earlier so that you know you're there. And one time is just exact time, sharp 8 or 8 sharp. Sometimes we use it. Okay, so welcome once again. And I've got a YouTube channel, dear viewers, and that's called English with RahatAli. I'll be happy and grateful if you please do subscribe to me to support me. Okay, the countdown has started. We're going to learn present progressive or continuous tense with story, and as well as we're going to practice some of the sounds of the word. The first most commonly mistaken sound is OVEN, oven, not oven. All right. So if you think that because it is O, it should sound like O, but in fact it is not. It should sound like oven. Do you have oven at your home? Yes, we have. And what do you do with this oven? We cook food. We prepare dinner, lunch, breakfast, and a lot of things. Okay, so that's one of the words we confused very often. Oven. Okay, And the next one is similarly DOVE. It is not dove, it is dove. Similar OV. You can see OV is there. And I have to find out the next word, which is cobe. I've been to Falkland Islands quite a long time ago, and there was a place called, I remember, Cove of Hope. That's really amazing place. While I used to work for the British Armed Forces, and I had the opportunity to visit there for a few weeks. And it was really an amazing trip because I had to go from Oxfordshire through the military flight because there isn't any direct flight from here to the Falkland Islands. And it took around 22 hours, one of the longest journeys I have ever made in my life. Okay, so hang on a moment, please. I need to send a message to my subscribers, whether they're coming or not. So don't leave the live stream, dear viewers, okay? All right, I've just sent a message to my subscribers. Possibly they're busy. It happens very often on Sunday evening. Many of our learners are busy because it is the weekend. They have got some other plans. However, we'll continue. I will continue teaching because even though my students are not here as a teacher, I need to continue my lessons so that they might watch it later and learn whatever the lesson is. Okay, so yeah, it looks like only one student has signed up. However, let me see if the person comes or not. Okay, so even my student is not here. I'll continue as I said. So today's topic is present continuous tense. Okay, sometimes present continuous tense is also called present progressive. Continuous. Oh, yes. Okay, continuous is sometimes also called present progressive tense. What is the reason, guys? As you can see from the name, continuous means something is happening, and progressive is similar. Something is under progression. It is taking place. So the concept of present continuous or present progressive is that when any action or any incident or any situation that's still happening and we don't know when it's going to be finished, we call it present continuous tense or progressive form. Okay, it's very common. We use very often in our daily lives, especially when something is happening, like I'm trying to teach my students, like it is a continuous. It's happening here, or you guys are listening to me silently. There's another example because you're there, but you can't make comments or you can't join me because of the system of Hallo. And also you can say that you're trying to understand all of my lessons, and later possibly you'll be explaining or maybe discussing by yourself or with your friends to learn and develop more. Okay, so that's the basic idea of the present continuous or progressive sentence. The basic formula of this present continuous or progressive is that subject, as you know, subject plus be verb. Be verb is like am, is, are in this case, plus another verb. So main verb plus ing plus other words. Okay, so that's the basic formula. Subject plus be verb. Okay, am, is, are, and another verb plus ing. All right, so as you know, subject is, there are three kinds of person: first person, second person, and third person. So first person, as you know, is I and we. And the second person, only you. We have to bear in mind, dear viewers, you may be singular one person, you may be more than one person. But in grammatical aspect, we have to always understand that you, after you must use the plural form of the verbs. It doesn't matter whether it's a singular person or more than one person, but it should be always used as a verb, okay? Plural form of verbs. And the third person is except I, we, and you. Everything and anything in this world is third person. Okay, like he, she, it, teacher, student, or any name, say Rahat or John or Jimmy, etc. Okay, these are third person singular number, and the plural number is, if you want to make plural, like teacher should be teachers and students should be students, then schools, say, should be schools, etc. Okay, so we use am after I am. Then we use we are because we is plural. Then you use you are. Then he, she, it is, he, she, it, etc. is. But all the plural forms must are like they are, teachers are, etc. Okay, so remember that, guys. I am, we are, you are, he is, she is, it is, Jimmy is, Johnny is, Rahat is, Joe Biden is, Boris Johnson is, or any person in the world is third person singular number. And when it's plural, like they are, teachers are, students are, etc. Okay, schools are, as I've given some examples. So remember that it is an important for us to know the person when you're learning tense. And very often, many students ask me, the teacher, which part of grammar I should learn. Remember to learn all these 12 tenses, like present, past, and future. Okay, and if you know that each tense has 4 categories, like simple or indefinite, then continuous or progressive, then perfect, then perfect continuous or perfect progressive. Today we are discussing present continuous or progressive. And why you have to learn tense. Tense is related to the other grammar components like gender, male or female, like number, singular, plural, as you can see is the subjects, like person, like first person, second person, third person, like articles, okay, a and then the, or determiner, sometimes we call, like parts of speech, because when you're using verb or adjective, what kind of verb or adjective or any parts of speech we should use. Then we should also know indirectly active and passive voice, as well as narrated speech or reported speech or direct or indirect speech. Okay, so these are very important for all of you to understand. So I always suggest and advise, if you want me one advice to learn grammar, learn tense. Okay, but it is also important for us to know the verb. Very important when you're learning grammar, especially regular and irregular verbs. And also, each verb has 3 forms. As you know, each verb has 3 forms: present tense, past tense, or past participle. Okay, so in present continuous or progressive, we must always use subject plus the, look at the main pattern, am is are plus another verb, the main verb, plus ing plus other words. Okay, so this is the basic explanation of the present continuous or progressive. All right, I believe that that should be enough for you, but if you've got any questions when I'm on my public live stream, you can always come and ask me, because I know that you may have some question which you can't make comments because it's a subscribers lesson only, and there is no way you can join me unless and until you sign up there. If you see the sign up button, when you click on it, it will go to the payment page and you can sign up now. So what happens when you sign up to a teacher? You get 8 lessons in a month, 1 hourly lessons. So each lesson is literally only $1.25, which is very cheap if you compare. Because if you sometimes you misuse your money for many things, but if you want to learn something from a teacher, sorry, it's better to subscribe to the teacher to develop your English language to the next level. More or less, we all are aware of grammar, but when it's a matter of writing or speaking, we can't speak well, we can't write correctly because we don't know the grammar, we don't know the perfect uses of the words. Okay, so I'll suggest you, if you have money, if you have the capabilities, join me, sign up me from the sign up button. Okay, guys, so these are the forms, and as I said, present tense, past tense, and past participle. So as I mentioned, if you remember regular verbs, so regular verbs are those verbs which take only ed in the past tense and past participle, and one of them is ask. So in the past time it should be asked, and past participle same, asked. Asked, remember that. Very often we got confused to pronounce the words asked. No, it is ask, ask, asked, and the d sounds like t, right? So asked, ask, asked, asked. Regular verb. You have noticed that it has taken ed at the end in past tense and past participle. Similarly, another verb is help. So in the past tense, helped. Past participle, Remember that many of our learners have difficulties pronouncing these two verbs in past tense. I have heard that they're saying asked. No, it is asked. Helped. No, it is helped. Okay. Then you can say add, added, added. Another one. Okay. Another regular verb. Uh, Also work, work. Okay. W-A-K. Remember, walk, walk and work. The sound is very important. W-A-K is walk. Yeah. So it is walk, walked, walked. And if you say work, that is W-R-K, where R is silent in British IPA, because I tried to follow the British IPA. This work, worked, worked. That is very important for you to know. Okay. So these are some of the regular verbs. Now, what are irregular verbs? Irregular verbs are those that do not change in the past tense. I mean to say that change in past tense and past participle as well. So once again, that's why it is called irregular, because it doesn't maintain the root form of the verb. Whereas the regular verb has that trend to keep the root form with ed. So most common irregular verb is go, went, gone. The next one is do, did, done. Okay, so these are the two forms of verbs we must know when we are learning tense. Okay, now let's move on. So I'll just simply use one word to make sentence like I'm going home. Now we are going home. We're making first person first. Remember that, dear viewers, before home we do not use any preposition, especially when it is meaning to coming home, going home. Okay, but we use, if it's mean that I'm at home, that's fine. I'm going to your home, that's okay, but we don't say I'm going to home, because home is adverb and we do not use preposition before any adverb, especially it is called adverb of place. Now you are going home, he is going home. Then another example, she is going home. Are you going home, mate? Okay. And similarly, they are going home. They're going home. Please bear in mind, if there is a G at the end, and in connected speech rules, we do not pronounce G at the end. So it's not going, rather it's going. Are you going home? She's going home. Okay. I'm sure when you listen, you'll not be able to listen. There's G sound. So it is another important matter for the connected speech rules, which is part of your phonetics or the pronunciation. Okay, so if you would like to make it a negative, simply use not after verb are, am, is, are. Okay, like you are not going home, she's not going home. If you want to make it an interrogative, bring the helping verb, which is am, is, are, at the beginning of the sentence, and make sure you must use the interrogative punctuation sign at the end. Like, am I going home? Or is she going home? Or are they going home? Okay. Also, you have to understand the punctuations are very important. Okay. Even when you're speaking, we don't speak like non-stop. We have to stop. We have to use comma, semicolon, interrogative punctuation. Okay. As well as other punctuations which are very important for all of us. Okay, so here you go, guys, and let's read the today's story. Hi, my name is Alice. I'm very happy because we're going to have a picnic down by the lake. Look at the sentence pattern. Hi. When you use hi and hello, remember that we use hello when we don't know all of the people, and we use hi when we know some of them or we know the person already. Okay, So in that case, hi is formal greetings, whereas hello is informal. I'm sorry, hello is formal greetings, hi is informal. That means we know the person we said hi. And when you don't know, please greet with hello. Hello or hi, okay? Remember the difference once again. Hi, my name is Alice. I'm very happy because we are going to have a picnic down by the lake. Our next two neighbors are going to come with us. So look at this next sentence. I'm very happy because we are going to have a picnic down by the lake. It is a present continuous or progressive. Another important impact of present continuous or progressive tense is that when we have a planned program or scheduled program in the future, we use present progressive or continuous. So this is one of the examples. Like, I'm very happy because we're going to have a picnic down by the lake. You see, they're going to a picnic party beside the lake or down by the lake. And next sentence, our next door neighbors are going to come with us. So they've got some neighbors, they're also going with them. And we are going to have a barbecue there. And they're planning to have a barbecue. Okay. So this is another example of present continuous or progressive. And hi Alice, how are you? It's a conversation between two people. Fine. Hey, are you coming to the picnic with us? Look at the sentence pattern once again. Hi Alice, that means they are known to each other. That's why they have greeted with hi. Remember, instead of hello. Hello, when we don't know, once again, to the people, we must greet with hello. Like, hello, welcome to my live stream. Or hi everyone, when I know each and them, okay? Okay, so let's move on. Hi Alice, how are you? Fine. Hey, are you coming to the picnic with us? Look at this question pattern. This is a present continuous again, but it is an interrogative sentence. Remember, in interrogative, so we make interrogative by bringing the helping verb at the beginning of the sentence. So the main verb is you are coming to the picnic. So when we are making interrogative, we simply bring the are. Are you coming? Are you coming to the picnic? Okay, and also very often, many a times, our learners ask this question: when we should use the as a the sound or the as a da sound. There is some conventional grammar rule that we use the when the next sound starts with a vowel, like the USA, the United Kingdom. But when the next word starts with consonants, we say da, like the Philippines, the Falkland Islands, okay, the United Arab Emirates, for examples. Okay, guys. So that question is, are you coming to the picnic with us? And remember that when we are using a question mark, our tone must go up. I explained this morning that the intonation, the tone we use, from your tone, people will be able to understand whether it's a question or whether it's an exclamation or whether it's a simple statement. So it's better to use the tone properly and correctly and accurately. All right, so you can understand from my explanation, if I'm asking question, hey, are you coming to the picnic? Look, our tone has gone up. This tone or intonation is called rising intonation or upper intonation. And if you don't know what is a rising and upper intonation, guys, I'll ask you to have a look in the internet. There are thousands of videos, thousands of explanations from different writings, and you'll be able to learn how you can use it. Okay. Then look at this answer. Of course. Are you going to play football there? Look, of course. It is a confirmation sentence. Instead of course, we can use other words as well. Okay. So of course. Yeah. So what are the other possible synonyms we can use in this case? Certainly. Yeah. I'm writing it, guys. Certainly. Let me see if there is any question or comment from the YouTube or the Facebook. Certainly. That means I'm certain that we are coming. And the next one you may use as an alternative is definitely. Okay, and sometimes we say, and another expression is positively. Or simply you can say, yes, I'm coming. That is the most common. Or sometimes you can say, affirmative, I'm coming. All right. Or sometimes you can use a phrasal verb, count me on. Okay, count me on is another good expressions. Hey, are you coming to the party? Count me on. That's a good example of saying, yes, that means I'm coming. You can depend on me. All right, so these are the alternatives of course. Are you going to play volleyball there? I thought it's football. I'm sorry. Are you going to play volleyball there? Yes. Oh, yeah. Look, he has answered now. Yes. Oh, yeah. That means we are going to play volleyball there. Now, this word, volleyball, very often many of our learners have problems to pronounce it correctly. I've seen it quite a long times, quite a few occasions. What they do, either they say all of them is V and all of them is B. So how do you differentiate V and B? That's the greatest and challenging question, guy. How do you pronounce B? V. Remember, when you're pronouncing B, the small B for Bravo, our lips are touching each other, B. But when you're saying V, our lips are not touching, the air is going out. Okay? So remember to pronounce it correctly. Volleyball. Okay? Volleyball. So V. So in phonetics of English, we say V for Victor and B for Bravo. So V for Victor and B for Bravo. Okay, so other commonly mispronounced words are with V and B is vocabulary, or simply say vocab. Similarly, bravo. Bravo, mate! You've won the team, you've won the game, or you've won the match. Bravo, mate! You've won the match today. You've won the match today. Bravo, mate! You've won the match today. Yahoo! Okay, so bravo means congratulations or felicitations. Congratulations is a very common word. Instead of congratulation, you can say felicitations as well. That is another amazing word. Though it came from French, but still we use as a part of English language. And honestly, guys, in English language, there are many words from different languages like Latin, Greek, French, German, Italian as well. Okay. So, bravo. I'm trying to remember. Is there any other word that has got V and B? Um, Bravo, one of them. Vocabulary. Then volleyball. That's great. Okay, let's move on to the reading. Okay, I've given some explanation as you go through. The next paragraph. Great. My mother is going to cook some food. My mother is going to cook some food for the picnic. So great, my mother is going to cook some food, some picnic. By the way, I missed some of the names. Yeah, it is Alice, and this one is the conversation between, I think it is Greg and Alice. So Alice has answered. Then Greg says, of course, okay. And next one, then Greg is saying, my mother, Greg. Then Alice again. Then Greg. Okay, so a small or mini conversation between Greg and Alice. So I'm going to read this paragraph now. Greg says, Greg, great, my mother is going to cook some food for the picnic. Okay. Great, my mother is going to cook some food for the picnic. So it is another present continuous or progressive tense. That they're going, Greg's mother is going to cook some food for the picnic. And then Alice says that the weather is nice. It isn't going to rain. So this is another present continuous or progressive form. Okay. The weather is nice. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, you can see it. The weather is nice. It isn't going to rain. Okay. So there is another present progressive and continuous. Because of the nice weather, they think that there wouldn't be any rain later. Then Greg says, I'm very happy. We're going to have a lot of fun. So we're going to have a lot of fun there. Okay, so Greg is happy because they're going to have some fun. Now remember that generally a lot of is informal expressions, guys. Okay, so what is the formal expression? And especially if you're sitting for the IELTS exam, remember that we do not generally write, we do not generally write. Once again, if you sit for the IELTS exam in a writing section, whether it's an academic or general, we do not generally write a lot of. Okay, instead of a lot of, we write many or much, depending on the subject. And if you remember that many is used when it is a countable noun, and much is used when it's an uncountable or non-countable noun. Okay, so that is a point to be noted for you for a learning purpose. All right, so Greg, I'm very happy you're going to have a lot of fun there. That is the part of that. These questions are designed for our learners. So, like, where is the picnic taking place? Who else is joining the picnic? Who is cooking food for them? Which sport are they going to play? Will it be a rainy day? And obviously, the exercise is also for my subscribers. Tell me about a festival you participated in last year. And there are some grammar practices. Grammar practices. Grammar practice. So, it should be from the next page. Once again, guys, remember that when we use WH in most of the cases, if there is H after W, except who, H is always silent. Okay, so who is fine. We say who, we pronounce who. But if it is WHEN, we have to remember that we have to bear in mind that there is no S. We have to just presume. So it is when, not when. When. So similarly, which, not which. Similarly, what, not what. Okay. Similarly, will, not will. Okay. Similarly, whimsical, whimsical. Is it correct? What? Let me check. Sometimes I'm confused about some of the spellings.
Whimsical.
Whimsical. Okay, there's a short sound. It's not cal. Whimsical.
Whimsical.
My apology, guys. So it is. Oh, I missed I. Okay, I'm amending it, and it is whimsical. Okay, not cal, because of a is short sound at the end of the whimsical, so it should be whimsical. Similarly, whelmed, overwhelmed. Okay, overwhelmed. All right, so these are some of the examples of WH sound where H is silent. Remember to practice it, dear viewers. Remember, whatever you learn from any live stream, whether it's teacher or a student, there is always a chance for you to develop yourself. Remember that even if you're an advanced speaker, there is always chance to develop your level to very amazing it to the next level. That's why we are here to learn and develop our English language. Okay, so other questions are like grammar practice. So there are 4 forms that a student has to practice. Because they are not here, I'll just give you one example, and then I'm going to explain sometimes in the future when you use the present continuous or progressive tense. So our sentence is it's going to rain today. You have to make a negative. If you remember, in order to make negative, we have to bring on not after the helping verb, which is. It is not going to rain today. So are you playing football? They are not, let's say, they are playing football. Another one say they are not playing football. Okay. Then interrogate, bring the helping verb, which is in this case, at the beginning, and just use the punctuation mark. So let me do the negative sentence. It is not. Or if you contract that, it isn't. Yeah? It isn't going to rain today. Then for the negative, if you remember, the rule is that bring the helping verb, which is in this case. So is it going to rain today? And remember to use the question mark at the end. And WS question, as I explained, guys. So what are the WS question? The question that has got W and S in their pattern, like who or what, which, when, whatever, how, etc. So you can make a sentence like this. So when is it going to rain today? Okay, that is the most sensible, complete, and understandable sentence. Remember that when you write and make sentences, you'd be complete, sensible, logical, and understandable. Uh, you can't make sentences which doesn't have any sense at all. Okay, we can't say how is it going to rain today. That's really awkward question. We don't like ask question like this. So we say when is it going to rain today? That means which time. Okay, so that's the most sensible question here. And the tag question, I'm sure the tag question are the question patterns. If the question starts with positive sense, then we make negative and the second part. So the sentence is, it is going to rain today. It is rain today. And as you can see, is the main helping verb here, so we have to write isn't it. Okay, so that's the tag question. Now if the question was negative, like it is not going to rain today, so the tag question would be is it. Okay, it's just the opposite. Negative. If the sentence is negative, the tag question should be positive. If the sentence is positive, the tag questions must be negative. And that is the grammar rule, guys. Remember that grammar rules should be followed blindly. There is no way you can just avoid it or ignore it. If you want to be good writer in your exam, academic result, if you want to get good scores in the any English language tests like IELTS, TOEFL, CELTA, Delta, or Pearson PTE, which is accepted in many countries like Australia for the immigration, or Duolingo test, or any other test, if you like to develop your fluency or your speaking technique in a better way, try to speak in a grammatical way, guys. Okay, so that is all about present continuous. Now in present continuous, as I have explained earlier, we use also in future meaning. So the concept of using present continuous in future meaning is that when it's a planned, scheduled, or arranged program. Okay, instead of using shall, will, or future indefinite or simple, we use present continuous or progressive. I'm going to give you some examples, honestly, guys. Okay, the first one is that I'm going to write one sentence. Okay, let's share that similar pace because I need to write it similar pace, which is present continuous. So there are other questions. Let me go to the last question. Okay, like I'm meeting Julia this weekend. Okay, so it means that Julia and I have decided to meet this weekend. So it is a future concept, guys. Okay, it is important for you to understand the future concept. It is a schedule program, or you can say they are playing, arriving in London at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So you can see this is a scheduled arrival. Tomorrow 8 o'clock, their plane is arriving in London. So this is another future concept, but still we are using present continuous or progressive tense. Okay, and say someone has invited you for their wedding in the summer, but you don't have time, so you can simply say, dear mate or dear friend, I'm not attending the wedding party in summer because I've got something urgent. Look, this is another example of present continuous or progressive, but in the concept of future. So I will not attend the wedding party because I've got something urgent in my office or something else. Remember that it is very important for us once again to understand tenses, because tenses always deal with time. Okay, and there is famous dialogue or quotation from the Kung Fu Panda movie, and very often I try to share it. Past is history. Okay, future is mystery. Today is the gift. That's why we call it present tense, or the time. So let's try to use the time, guys, and utilize it properly, because you have to understand this app is an English learning app. If you learn something from here which should be helpful for you, and in the future you'll be thanking this app and all these teachers and these live streamers, oh, I learned it from this app, now it is helpful for my career progression, maybe for your academic progression, or maybe for in a communication level. So it's better for you to focus on learning rather than wasting time. Though we are human, sometimes we don't have, that much desires to learn more, but yet learn whatever is possible. Okay, your learning will optimize your strength. Okay, and also this thing is also depending on your, as I said, desire. You need to enjoy it. You need to motivate yourself to learn and develop. Okay, building your confidence line in a confidence level is very important while we are on this app. Okay, as I said, uh, in the future we use the concept of present continuous and progressive. And let me see if I can give you another or a few more example. Okay, um, I'm getting some more examples. Okay, like before the Christmas, my colleague Jana said, uh, I'm spending, I'm just writing her comment, I'm spending, sorry, spending, CH, Christmas with my parents. So I'm, oh, okay, Christmas is the wrong spelling, see, C capital. Okay, so I'm not going with my boyfriend. Okay, so this is the way she said to me, I'm spending Christmas with my parents this year. And so I'm not going, I'm spending Christmas with my parents this year, so I'm not going with my boyfriend. This is another feature, concept, but we're using present continuous and progressive form. Okay guys, so remember that whatever the grammar rule you learn from here, try to use it. We are humans, we're much likely to forget whatever we learn, but practicing is the key factor. Practice, that's why I always say 3 times: practice, practice, and practice. Practice makes you, confident. Practice gives you positive vibe inside you. Practice keeps you busy with learning something new. And also practice, creates curiosity inside you. If you're not curious to know something, if you're not, dedicated to learn something new, you'll be stuck in one place, and which is really very common. Many of our learners come to my live stream, come to my lessons, and always say, teacher, I think I got stuck, I'm not improving. I think I don't have interest. Remember that you need to enjoy the lesson, you need to enjoy the learning. And you have to also bear in mind that learning is never ending process. Okay, don't stop for a single day. Learn something new every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever time you've got. And if you learn once again something new today, and in the future, if you can use it, then you'll feel that, oh, I learned it something in the past, now it's high time for me to use it correctly. All right, guys, so that should be almost at the end, and we're going to have some phonetic sound practice after that. Very common, but confusing words. Okay, let me go to the Cambridge Dictionary, which I follow. Hang on a moment, please. confusing words, especially homophones. Let me try to find out if we can give you a small short lesson about the homophones. Okay, we've got a few more minutes. Let me do it quickly. So, dear viewers, remember that we call homophones are those words which sound same but got different meaning. I'm sure you can see that. Use the correct homophone. Circle. Okay, the baby. I don't know if you can see it or not, because that is the highest 200%. The baby balls, BALLS, and BAWLS. I don't know if you can see it not. Can you see it? I don't know, but let me try my best. Okay, remember that the baby balls. There is BALL and the second word is BAW. They sound same, but ball means when someone cries loudly or someone shout in very loud voice. Ball. Okay, so definitely the baby bawls when hungry. You see, WHE and when hungry. So the baby cries in a loud voice when hungry. So the second one is the correct one. And question number 2, which is the second one. Hang on a second, guys. Second question is he blew out the candle when it was time to sleep. So blue is the color and blue is the when you're you know blowing air through your mouth. So it should be the second one. He blew out the candle when it was time to sleep. Number 3, I remember that I needed to dash BYE, slow stress, then buy BUI buy. So I remembered that I needed to buy BUI some bread. So that is another homophone. Okay. Then number 4, I poured milk Anna honey over my cereal. Look, SCRIAL and CERIAL. So cereal, the first one is when it's a matter of series, but when cereal is food. I poured milk Anna honey over my cereal. That starts with C. The baby would be dash in 5 months. So it is DEW and DUE. So DEW is like a morning, these raindrops are in the field. A D when it's going to happen. So DUE is the correct answer. The baby would be due in 5 months. Okay, and let me see if you can see the second part. It's a bit, you know, very tiny. I don't know why. Let me find it if I can get something easier. Okay, there's one, but I don't know if I can. Blimey, it's a bit hectic to find out. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to give another example. Okay, it is, yeah. All right. I'm sure you can see that. I've got 2 more minutes. No worries. We're going to practice a little bit more. So number one, the grizzly dash climbed the tree. You can see it is hard to swat a fly with your hand. Look, that is bear and bear. B-E-E-R. So bear, bear. And second one is also bear. Remember that both are the same sound in British accent. So the grizzly bear, which is B-E-A-R, the spelling, climbed the tree. It's hard to swat a fly with a bare hand. It is second one, B-A-R-E. Okay. The question number two, which is my favorite fruit, is pear. P-E-E-R and P-A-I-R. Which one, guys? I'm sure you know that P-E-R, pear is the fruit. Okay, and we sound pear. Though it is spelled as P-E-A-R, but it sounds like pear. Okay, so my favorite fruit is pear. I bought a new pair of shoes. All right, that's pretty cool. Number three, the dashboard fell onto the floor and broke. Bread is made from dash water and yeast. So for the third one, we've got 1 minute more. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now the system always advises me when it's 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and 1 minute. So the flour pot fell onto the floor and broke. Okay, the second one is the bread is made from flour, water, and yeast. So the first flour is FLOUR and second flour is FLOUR. They're same, similar sound. Remember that we need to be careful when you use any homophones. Okay, dear viewers, and that will be end for today. Thank you very much for listening to me silently. Once again, if you're interested to join any of my lessons, visit my account and sign up from there. I'm sure you are going to learn many things. And your support, your subscription, your donation in comments are very much important for me. Thank you, dear viewers. I'll see you later. You take care and bye.